welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Austen and I am a beauty and style content creator based here in New York City, and today I'm so excited to be sharing a brand new launch from Glossier with you all called Skywash. I feel really fortunate to be on Glossier's mailing list. They were kind enough to send me all 7 of the new shades of Skywash, and of course I wanted to hop on and share some thoughts with you guys. Let's jump right into what is Skywash. I got this cute little card in my mailer that says, in 7 shades inspired by unglazed pottery, David Hockney paintings, and Southwest landscapes. Stop right there, I love it already. Skywash is a long-wearing eyeshadow with a diffused matte finish. Sweep it on with the doe foot applicator and tap to blend out. A little bit adds some depth to the eye area, add more for a refined, modern wash of color. The product comes in 7 shades, which I will show you swatched out in a cutaway. That'll be Lawn in a fresh green, Pool in a cornflower blue, Pebble in a neutral taupe, Valley in a warm peach, Terra in a burnt sienna, Echo in a cocoa brown, and Palm in a golden beige. Normally when I sit down to do these kind of videos, it ends up being a first impressions video, but because I was actually sent the product with a little bit of time to play with it and test it out, I was able to test it off camera before. So I'm really glad that I did that, because this product performed in a very different way than I expected it, and I feel like I now can actually tell you guys how to best use the product, because upon first trial I was like, whoa, what's going on here? So to give you a little bit more intel from Glossier HQ, they did send me a little bit more information about the product to my email. It says that Skywash is a sheer matte lid tint, and I just want to point out that this is pretty different in formula from Lidstar. Lidstar is much more sheer, much more glittery, and I personally use it more as a topper coat, so I don't usually use Lidstar on its own. I usually swipe it on and then kind of tap to blend to give myself a little bit more dimension to an eyeshadow look that I've already done. So that I see as more of a topper, whereas I feel like Skywash can stand a little bit more alone. So they're saying eyeshadow can be fussy, powdery, complicated. True. Skywash's liquid to powder formula is like a gentle color bath for your eyelids. No more cracked compacts, no more primers, no more brushes necessary, but you can use them if you want to, and it is a one-step eyeshadow look that'll last you 12 hours. For instructions for how to use, it says sweep it on with the doe foot applicator and tap to blend out. A little bit adds some depth to the eye area, add more for a refined, modern wash of color, and you can finish your eye look with a couple of coats of the Lash Slick mascara. This product is also ophthalmologist tested, dermatologist tested, long wear up to 12 hours, smudge resistant, gluten-free, vegan, cruelty-free, and formulated without any fragrance. So those of you who are sensitive to fragrance products, you will be able to use these since they are fragrance-free. So when I first tested these out the other day, I ran into a little bit of a situation, which was that I think I just really didn't understand how the formula works. So I'm actually super glad that I tested it before sitting down to film this video, like I was saying earlier, to fill you guys in on what I think the best application method is for this product, because it's not like what I'm used to with other liquid eyeshadows. In my experience, liquid eyeshadow is pretty liquidy, it's pretty viscous in terms of formula. I really didn't experience that with these at all. For Skywash, you really do swipe it on, and that liquid to powder moment happens pretty quickly. So kind of similar to certain types of paint where it's fast drying, you're definitely going to want to work intentionally with these and quickly if you want to blend anything out or move any product around, because the beauty of it being really long wear is that it will dry really quickly. So when I was testing these shades out yesterday, the first shade I tried on myself was Pebble, and Pebble to me was pretty much like what I would do to apply before I even apply any eyeshadow. As you could see in the cutaway with the swatches, it was very neutral looking, and for me, someone with super pale skin, this was kind of the perfect wash of like a no makeup kind of eyeshadow for me. Then I went in with Terra, and Terra and Pebble are pretty different in terms of pigmentation, I found. Terra just was much deeper on me. I feel like Terra would probably be better suited for someone with olive or even darker skin. I didn't find that this was going to be a shade that I was going to be using in my everyday life. I actually think, surprisingly, the shades that I am most excited for, that I see myself using, are going to be these 3. So this is Pebble, Lawn, and Pool. I'm happy to revisit some of these shades at a later date too, after I have time to play with them a little more, but I currently feel most confident in my ability to kind of wear and play with these 3. three first before I move on to some of the deeper, more true like Southwest inspired shades. Went ahead and zoomed you guys in so you can see a little better what I'm going to be looking at. So it says that you can actually skip the eyeshadow primer. I just, personal preference, always like to use a primer just because I do have more dry skin, and I find that the primer helps the shadows last a lot longer, and in general just kind of is an extra layer of nourishment for my eye area, which can be very dry and sensitive, especially in the winter. So I just went in with my Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer on top of my lids, and I did let it dry for a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate how Skywash works using the shade Pool. I'm very, very excited about this shade because it's a color that I would never immediately reach for to wear on my eyes. Like I said, I thought that I would actually gravitate more towards some of the warmer shades, but this like really powdery baby blue is just really calling out to me right now. And then once I'm done, I will top it off with a little coat of Lash Slick, which, as you guys already know, is one of my go-to everyday mascaras. Here's what the brush looks like. It is your standard doe foot applicator. So again, my trick with Skywash is that it does actually dry pretty quickly, and you're going to want to be pretty intentional about where you place the product. You will be able to blend it out a little bit, but you're not going to have as much control over it as you might with other liquid eyeshadows, and that's okay, because the whole point of this is that you don't need to have as much kind of afterthought into the product. You don't have to revisit the product once you've applied it and try to blend it out or try to make it look like something else. The whole idea really is to simplify the eyeshadow look. All right, so just gonna go ahead with my little mirror down here and start lightly applying this product to my lid. So here's what's going on after one coat of Skywash. As you can see, it really is just that simple, beautiful, kind of sheer, but also somehow kind of matte wash of color. And that's why I was really gravitating towards, like I was saying, these kind of lighter shades for that reason. I feel like this does look very modern. It looks very cool and different. It's like unexpected because you're so used to seeing an inner corner moment and a crease moment, but I feel like this still delivers a really powerful impact, again, being just that one product. So I really just kind of traced the line of my crease and gave myself a little bit of color on there. So I'll go ahead and repeat this on the other eye now. Okay, so here is what both eyes look like now that I've got the product on, and I realized this again as I was applying the product this time. I really feel like the technique here is to do long swipes of the product and not necessarily stipple it on the way you would do with other liquid eyeshadows, because again, this is really all about that wash of color, and if you're stippling it on, it could end up looking a tiny bit splotchy. It's kind of funny in some ways to be using a product that is so what it actually is. Like, you really do just sweep it on and go, whereas most liquid eyeshadows, at least in my experience, are products where I really have to kind of particularly tap it on or pay close attention or even use a brush to blend it out. The idea here really is just to keep it as simple and easy for you as possible, which is obviously part of the larger Glossier brand ethos as well. Let me pop some mascara on so you can see kind of the finished look, and then I'll come back and share some final thoughts. Okay, you guys, and here is the finished look using Skywash. I think that to kind of wrap up my feelings on this product, I don't know that it'll become an everyday addition to my makeup rotation. I think that I would pull this product out probably for a couple of very specific occasions where I wanted a really certain type of eyeshadow look. But I think a lot of people will love this product just because, again, it is the most intuitive, counterintuitive to what we know kind of product that there is for this. I feel like some of the shades like Terra and Echo, again, like I said, will probably look amazing on someone with darker skin than me. I was kind of sticking to the lighter shades just because of how intense the pigmentation was, and because it's kind of hard, like I said, after you swipe it on to actually go in and blend it out with a brush or dab something on with your fingertip. So you really want to try to make sure that you are getting those smooth strokes right the first time so that you can kind of place the eyeshadow where it is and that it'll stay exactly like that. This product is also $18 or 2 for $30, which is pretty standard for Glossier compared to kind of Cloud Paint and also the Lid Star and also the Color Slide pencils. I think personally for me, it's going to take a lot more playing around with this product to kind of understand exactly how I would be able to use it in my beauty routine. I definitely see this more as kind of a special occasion product for me when I want a little bit more of a dramatic moment or a very specific type of look. This is a little extreme for me for every day. I tend to stick to my neutrals and my really, really light eyeshadows, but I think the shade Pebble in this range would work pretty well for that. So does this product go in my top 5 Glossier of all time? No, it does not, but that doesn't mean that I won't continue to play with it and experiment and see how I continue to feel about it over time. I'm excited to see what Katie Jane Hughes thinks of this product, because there are products that I have been a little bit like, oh, not sure about that she completely sells me on just based on technique. So that's kind of what I was trying to keep in mind here to tell you guys, is that the technique that I think works best for this product is to really just use it for what it is. Like, stick with the doe foot applicators, stick with long sweeps over your lid, and just let it dry, and then you can adjust from there if you need to, but that you really don't need to do a lot of stippling or smudging or blending out with a brush. And the idea again here is to really just keep eyeshadows simple, and I think that that is a really cool idea. Thank you guys again so much for watching this video. Like I said earlier, if you're not already, please consider subscribing to my channel. I put out new videos every Sunday. I always love reviewing new beauty products, so definitely stick around if that interests you, and give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful, and comment down below and let me know what you think about Skywash, and if I can answer any more additional questions for you guys about this product, please let me know down there as well. Thank you again to Glossier for keeping me on their mailing list and giving me the opportunity to review products like this on my channel. It's always a lot of fun to test new things out and kind of share my reactions and thoughts with this little community that I have here on YouTube. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!